is our power partner for healthcare freedom. And so one of the things that I did building out this summit and building out my power partnership is to make sure that all the things that you need as an entrepreneur are provided within my membership. And so Joel has a vault in there, but just like you can go to Lynn for Legal Shield, and you can go to Lachelle for business strategy, and you can go to Donna for gratitude and cards, you can go to Joel to bridge that gap. If you're leaving corporate, you're losing insurance, you need to find new insurance, that's where Joel steps in. And so I really tried to make sure that this is a well-rounded summit, and that all the different things that you need, as far as even book writing, right? Even VA services, web design, things like that, everything is covered. Even just graphics, marketing graphics, everything is covered inside this membership. It's no different with Joel. And so I really liked when I met with Joel. I met him through networking. And Joel, you should really look through the invite and see that, or through the chat, and see that Lynn put an invite in there to her networking, because you would probably really enjoy that. But I met Joel through networking and sat down, had a one-to-one with him, and went through some of his videos and things that he offers. And it really resonated with me, because as a farmer's wife, and before my husband had the business he has now, he was in the trades, and we did not have access to healthcare insurance. And so this was an important topic for me. And even now that he owns a water brokerage business, we are self-employed. And so insurance is an important part of life, especially as an entrepreneur. So with that, Joel, I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to you. Feel free to share your screen and share anything that you'd like.
Thank you very much, Colleen. I appreciate that. I appreciate this warm introduction, and great to see all of you here. Let me just put my timer on. This way I will know I am on track here. Donna, thank you very much. It was a pleasure listening to you again and hearing and feeling you again. It just was great to share time here with you, and great to share time with all of you here. Some of you, I think that most of you we met before, and some of you just for the first time. Ken, by the way, I put a link for you for answering your question that you asked Donna. Please, everybody can watch this video. This is from Louise Hay, changed my life. I mean, this I've been listening to this every day. It's about 30 minutes. Don't have to listen to it every day if you don't want to, but this is what I listen to every morning when I'm walking. And it's been an amazing, life-changing experience for me. So this is in the vibration world. A little bit about myself. In this way, we're not strangers. My name is Joel Hulk. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is not a Pittsburgh accent, as you can probably imagine. I grew up in Israel. I moved to the state in the early 90s. Been an entrepreneur all my life. The larger part of my entrepreneurship was in the real estate world. Did well, lost my passion, lost my calling, was looking for something more to do. Took some time off. I wrote the book, doing work around the book that I wrote. Knew I will go back to work eventually after the real estate world, and was looking for something that has been in alignment. I would say that for the last 7 years, my life is keep evolving. And today, when I choose to get involved in any project that I'm getting involved with, it's have to be in alignment. If it's have to do good. It's have to have value. It's have to feel good. I've been working so many years all my life just to make money, and I made money, but I felt that with every dollar that I make, I pay $2 with my soul. It just was no fun. And today I'm making sure that everything that I do have in alignment with the purpose. And my company today involved in multiple arenas. The one that I'm so thankful and joyful to share with you all here today is about a disruptor in the healthcare industry. Okay, what we are actually doing, I represent a company that's called...
trained by the environment. You're gonna have a million...
This is me?
Are you sharing?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, but there was some, it was sound like Tony Roberts in the back. So when I was introduced to this product, I immediately got connected to it. I got connected to it from so many levels. And what I will do, I will share with you a 5 minutes video to just giving you a high level of explanation what is health sharing is about, what is impact health sharing about. Then we will dive into some more details. I am not an insurance agent. I'm not a health insurance agent. This is not an insurance. I will probably never will be an insurance agent if it's up to me. And what the value of what we're bringing to the table is we are people helping people to take care of ourselves, to take care of our health. It's a lot of people, when I talk to them and say, hey, this is not health insurance, I'm afraid to buy it. What is it? I need to leave my own insurance company and go work with this company. The best way for me to describe it, just to ease the fear, is Uber is not a taxi, but it's still going to take you from point A to point B. I remember the first time that they took an Uber, and this was the last time that they took a taxi. I was terrified. Luckily for me, I had 2 teenagers at home when Uber became a thing, and I remember terrified putting my credit card information in the Uber app and calling and like afraid that my phone will explode or all my money in my credit card will disappear, and nothing really happened. And my son say, hey, Dad, why are you so scared? This is actually safer than actually taking a taxi, because when you're taking a taxi, you don't know who is picking you up. You don't know where they're taking you. If something really bad happened, it's, you can disappear. And obviously, I'm not promoting Uber or taxi, but I'm just giving you the idea of thinking differently about health coverage that basically have a lot of space in where we are today in life. So let me just share my screen and make sure it's shared with sound. And it will be about 5 minutes video, and then we will jump into some more details. If you can give me a time out, making sure that you can hear and see.
Impact Health Sharing is a not-for-profit, non-insurance alternative to the high cost of health insurance. It's a community of individuals, families, and small businesses just like you who share and pay each other's medical bills. But you may ask, how does Impact actually work? When you become a member of Impact, you'll first activate your Impact Share account. Your Impact Share account is a financial account owned and managed by you and is used to manage all sharing activities. Once a month, members deposit a specified amount into their account. This amount is unique to you and your household, and it's called your monthly share. Share dollars are then matched and allocated to another member who has an eligible medical bill that needs to be paid. Once all or a portion of your monthly share amount has been matched to a member, Impact will notify you as to whom you have been matched with and how much of your funds they'll receive. We call this publishing. Once notified, funds are transferred from your share account into their share account. When the member has received the full amount needed to pay that medical bill, it is then sent electronically to the medical provider and paid in full. The process works the same when you have a medical bill that needs to be paid. What does published for sharing mean? When we say published, we're referring to how our members are notified that a bill is ready to be shared and that a portion of their share will be used to pay that bill. You can also go online to see the aggregate amount of all the bills that are published and shared among members. So you might be wondering, will everyone see my medical bills and personal health information? We will only publish the name of the member household that has a medical bill, the total amount of the bill, the names of the members who have been matched to pay that bill, and the amount they have been allocated to share. We value your privacy. We never publish personal health information. What happens when you go to the doctor or hospital? It's simple. When you go to the doctor, all you need is your Impact ID card. The membership card provides your medical provider with all the information needed to submit your medical bills to Impact electronically. Most of the time, there is no need to go through the hassle of collecting and submitting medical bills yourself. Most medical providers will do this for you. Upon receipt, your medical bills are repriced and discounted, and then reviewed pursuant to Impact guidelines for eligibility. If a bill is eligible and you've met your primary responsibility amount, or PRA, for the year, your medical bill will be published for sharing. What is your primary responsibility amount? The primary responsibility amount, or PRA, is the annual amount that every member household is responsible for paying before any of their eligible medical bills can be published to the members for sharing. With Impact, you will have 4 PRA options to choose from to better fit your budget and needs. What is my co-share? The co-share is the percentage of an eligible medical bill paid by the member after the primary responsibility amount has been met. As an Impact member, once your PRA has been met, you pay 10% of all eligible medical bills. The remaining 90% is published for sharing to the Impact membership. However, the total co-share amount which you are responsible for is limited to $5,000 annually per household. For example, let's say you choose the $2,500 PRA option and your family has already had a number of eligible medical bills that have met your $2,500 PRA. Then someone in your family, perhaps your daughter, has an accident. You take her to the emergency room and the medical bill is $10,000. In that case, you would pay a $150 copay to the hospital, as well as a 10% co-share amount or $1,000 to the hospital. The remaining $8,850, 90%, is eligible for sharing by Impact members and would be paid directly to the hospital by the Impact members. Now, let's say in that same year, something happens to you and you need to have surgery, and the procedure costs $70,000. You might think that your co-share amount is going to be a full $7,000, 10%, but it's not. The reason is because you already paid a $1,000 co-share when your daughter got hurt, and you can never pay more than $5,000 in co-share amounts in a given year. So in this case, you'll pay the hospital the $150 copay and only a $4,000 co-share amount. The remaining $65,850 is eligible for sharing by Impact members and paid directly to the hospital. If you or a family member have another eligible bill in that year, then 100% of the bill after your copay will be eligible for sharing because you've met your PRA and co-share limits. Why do I have a balance in my account? In order to process and pay medical bills quickly, Impact Health Sharing implements a practice called distributed or decentralized reserving. Impact is not insurance, and we do not collect and hold medical reserves in a centralized bank account. Instead, the monthly share amount is set at a level to build a small balance or reserve in each member's individual share account. These distributed reserves enable Impact Health Sharing to better manage the fluctuation of medical usage and payments. We hope that this video will help clarify the Impact membership. To find out more, go to impacthealthsharing.com or call us at 855-378-6777.
So this was a short video that just gave a quick overview of what is Impact Health Sharing. Again, the important thing, health sharing is not insurance, okay? This is a replacement for traditional insurance. I just want to make sure we're clear about that. Now, what is the good things about it? What is the things that we need to be aware? The good things about it, there is no network. People can choose any doctor that they want to go to in the country. So you're not limited to any control by your insurance, which doctor you're allowed to see. Also, obviously, our fees are extremely attractive. We are able to save individuals, families, businesses anywhere between 30 to 50% on the health insurance, and this is based on this year prices. Obviously, we all know what's going on in our government right now. It's, with the fear of getting the government shut down, with everything that's coming up down the pipe with the health insurance world. I believe that we will be probably close to the 50 to 70% on saving for individuals and businesses and families. This is what I believe we will be in 2026. This is the good thing about Impact Health Sharing. Also, doctors, once they understand who we are and how we're working, at that point, they see tremendous amount of value working with us. And the reason is that they're getting paid in an average of 16 days. So anybody that know any doctor in your life, they usually getting paid from the insurance companies. It's take them anywhere between 6 to 12 months to get paid, and they're getting tortured until they get paid. With us, they're getting paid in an average of 16 days. We pay them more than what the traditional insurance companies pay them. So this is tremendous amount of value. Also, where the doctors love working with us And this is benefit for the doctors and obviously for our customers, for our members, and for the patients. We don't tell the doctors what to do. You know, I'm sure that we, in one way or another, we all experience ourselves or know somebody that went through some medical issues. And usually when people go to the doctor and the doctor say, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this, and we need to do that. And then within a second, let's see what your insurance will approve us to do that. How many of us ever experienced that? Let's see what the insurance will approve us, okay? Now, then they go into the insurance and the insurance say, hey, you're allowed to do this, you're allowed to do that. Really, the insurance telling the doctors what to do. If the doctors wanted to be insurance agents, they will not become doctors. The reason that they want to be doctors is because they want to be helpful for the patients. With Impact, we never go to tell the doctors what to do. If the doctors say, hey, this is what we need to do, this is the procedure, this is what it's how we want to handle this particular situation, we will pay for that. And I have endless stories about it. I will just share with you a handful of them. There was a lady that she using our program. She broke her foot and she went to the doctor. Now the beauty, I mean, she happened to live in Dallas, Texas. She picked up the best surgeon in the Dallas area. I just happened to be, I don't know exactly which sports team he was the surgeon for. She was able to go to this doctor because he was the #1 recommended doctor. So she could choose which doctor to go to. She started the procedure and things did not really went the way that they were hoping for. And then he shared with her that they will need to order a special equipment, special machines for helping her to grow her bone to help her foot to heal. And he told her that usually the insurance companies don't approve this machine for usually 6 to 8 months after the accident because they don't want to pay for this equipment unless if there is no choice. And he saw it probably within about a month after the accident. So she said, listen, I have Impact. If this is what you want, just submit the request to Impact and let's see what happened. Within 24 hours, she had the equipment in her house that fast forwarded her healing for her foot by 6 to 8 months because she did not have to satisfy the insurance companies to make money. Impact, all what we're about is to make sure that we're taking care of our members. So the doctors appreciate it because then they have the freedom to be doctors. The members and the patient appreciate we have the freedom to choose any doctor that we want to go to. And we have the ability to save a lot of money. Now, where this is not going to be a good fit, okay, where it's not going to be a good fit for somebody with certain pre-existing conditions. If they have a pre-existing conditions, depends of which pre-existing condition they have, we should have a conversation to make sure that this product can bring you value. Okay, I'm not going to say that any pre-existing, it's not going to work. And I'm not going to say that every pre-existing condition, it will work. We want to make sure that this is bringing value. Just saving money, if there's no value in the saving, this is not going to be a good option. But there are multiple cases that saving money and still use Impact, even with people with pre-existing condition, it still makes sense. Now, excluding a senior citizen, so anybody that they have Medicare A and Medicare B, we have pre-existing condition is not the issue. High blood pressure and high cholesterol is not considered pre-existing condition. So anybody that have these symptoms, there is no concern about the pre-existing conditions. Now, let me share with you how simple it is to get the pricing for our product. If there is anybody that pay for their own health insurance and want to share with me their experience, mainly about how much they pay for the health insurance, will be great. And if not, I have some samples of people that I actually just helped them yesterday to get for healthcare for themselves. Is anybody here that is not subsidized by the government or by the work that they're paying for their own health insurance? Okay, the answer is no. So let me share with you some young man actually yesterday that I helped him to get health coverage for himself. Okay, not just letting you know, in the health insurance world, people pay based on their income. More money they make, higher is their insurance cost. We don't do that from that direction. We basically charging our members based on their age. So I don't remember exactly the day of this young man, but he was very young. But I do remember that it was the year that he was born. And he chose not to say, I'm healthy, and he's making a lot of money. He got quotes for anywhere between $500 to $700 a month for health insurance. And he said, I don't want to spend this kind of money for health insurance. It's make no sense for me. I'm smart enough, I'm healthy enough, I can take these $700 and invest them elsewhere. And if I need the money for medical bills, he felt comfortable that he could do it. Now, I'm not going to challenge his thinking, but this is, I understand where he's coming from. So it's one person that was 25 years old. Again, I don't remember the exact date of birth, but you see, our pricing is based on the date of birth of our members. And we were able to give him a quote in a second, okay? So the PRA, what basically count as a deductible in the insurance world, it's going anywhere from $2,500 all the way as high as $10,000. Obviously, the higher the deductible, the lower is the rate. The higher is the rate, the lower is the deductible. Okay. Now, Impact also encouraging people to be healthy. What does it mean? So let's say that you are taking supplements. Let's say you're going to an acupuncture. Let's say you're going to a massage therapy. Let's say you belong to a gym. Anything that you do for yourself and for your family to enhance their health, Impact wants to encourage you to do that. So we have a wellness program. So for every dollar that people are spending into their maintaining their health, Impact go to deduct up to $150 per month per family against the expenses. So if somebody is, let's say, have going to a massage therapy or going to the gym or getting supplements, they submit the receipt, okay? And Impact will reduce $150 every month from the deductible. The total can be up to $1,800 a year for the family to reduce against the PRA, against their deductible. I never heard of any insurance company that encouraging their customers to be healthy. Now, again, going back
I've heard that too. I think that's crazy good, and I've absolutely never heard that either. We are on a little bit of a time crunch.
I'm almost done. Thank you. I will just wrap this up and just share with you the young man from yesterday. And thank you, Colleen. So he was able to choose. Again, he felt comfortable, say, hey, Joel, I'm healthy. I don't want to buy any healthcare. For $73 a month, he bought it with a $10,000 deductible, just in case. For me, it's making it make a lot of sense for a person to be like that covered. So Colleen and Nicole, thank you very much for hosting this amazing event. I am so privileged that you chose me to be a part of this amazing group. And if anything that I can do, I would love to answer any questions. I know we are 3.5 minutes away, and I'd be happy to share this the next 3 minutes. And if not, I just want to pass the call back to you.
Yeah, I still need to wrap things up. So I will just remind everybody, if they want to reach out to Joel, that the best way to probably do that is through the membership. He does have his own vault there, and he has uploaded also inside his vault some different videos. So if you enjoyed the first ones, you'll enjoy the other ones that are in there also. And then all of his contact information is in there. So please feel free to reach out to him from inside the membership. That would be great.